Yo, what's going on? What's going on, everyone? It's your boy, Coach Ricks, man, and this is the Coach's Talk, where we discuss all things OU related, college football related, all things in between. Before we get started, guys, please hit that like button, hit that red subscribe button, like the videos, ring the bell, man, so you won't miss any content that me and Bishop got going forward. Tonight, man, it's going to be a real quick one. I think we're going to be on probably about an hour and 10, 15, 20 minutes and everything. I'm working on 3 or 4 hours of sleep. And I got family in town, but as one would say, you guys are my other family, so I want to try to do both and everything. So please, both sides. So let me get the guys in here, man, so we can try to get this going. We got the one and only man, Bishop Frank. How's everything going, big dog?
Yes, sir. It's almost time to lace them up, fellas.
You stupid. You stupid, man. And then we got a special little something that's driving on the road right now, man. The one and only man, Mr. Jason Watkins. What's going on, big dog? I think you're on mute, Jason. I think you're on mute, Walt.
Sorry about that. What's up, boys?
What's
Not
up?
much, man. How's everything doing, man? You need to drive safe, man.
I'm cruising, man. I'm good. I'm keeping my eyes on the road.
You can multitask. Man, look, I ain't seen you guys in a while, man, but I all love. I hope everybody's doing good. Doing good.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, that's his new whip.
I'm on a cool trip, man. I'm excited about this one.
Hey, so where you heading to?
Florida, St. Augustine.
Oh boy, you going to go? Wow. Well, hey, we got another special guest in the building. Mr. TP Grill. What's going on, big dog?
Greetings. Greetings, Coach Riggs, Bishop.
What's up?
Not much,
Jason. Jason got my 12 shots aside sitting up in there in that car with him.
What?
Y'all crazy, man. Y'all getting started already. But hey, before we get started, man, on some of the email, man, I wanted to try to get some feedback, man, on some of these crazy ass TikToks things I've been seeing. Did you guys see the comment about SMU coach? What he had to say about the SEC?
Go ahead, Jason.
Man, damn all these coaches.
Well, here's the thing.
These coaches are tripping, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you've been in the big dog house 1 year, and you act like you can just start making asinine comments.
Him and Chuck Signati need to shut the hell up, both of them.
Did you? I mean, I want to try to get what he said because it kind of caught me off guard because I was like, huh. And then you know me, I got to go do my little homework.
I feel like they played somebody to get where they were, coach.
They didn't, man. Look, they ain't play. Look, they came into a lackluster ACC, and they had one great year. Hold
on. Think about this for a second. They didn't have a great year because they didn't even play any of the good teams in the ACC.
They didn't.
The only one they did play was Clemson and lost the shit. And then the best team that they played aside from that was BYU from the Big 12, and they lost that one at home. Why the hell were they in the damn playoff?
Because the ACC was weak. And if Alabama wouldn't have lost to Oklahoma, then Alabama would have been in. So I think they had no choice, if you want to look at it that way. But you could have found another opponent. I would have gave it to somebody else.
Them or Indiana did. You know, Indiana didn't even beat a team. Indiana beat one team that had a 500 or better record. One.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the funny part. I was telling Bishop a few minutes ago. This is what he said. New SMU head coach Rhett Lashley takes shot at SEC in defense of strength of ACC. The SEC has had the same 6 schools win the championship since 1964. False. Not a single one has been different since 1964. False. That's a top heavy to me. That's not debt. My response to that, the same 6-6 Oklahoma team that had a bad year in the SEC year before last, stomped that ass in Norman, and and they were one dimensional when they did that. So here's the thing. Is there any truth to that, or is it just him trying to get a little smoke since he finally got to the big show?
Yeah, he's trying to get that smoke. Shoot, man.
No, Jacob, you should say it, spit.
Well, all right, I can tell you who's gonna say it. TP, go ahead and do it. TP gonna do it.
Man, it's utter nonsense. I don't even know why we're even talking about this clown. Really, it's utter nonsense. If his statements made the paper, I would take that paper and wrap up some old crabs and fish and throw it away. It's just nonsense.
Well, this is what I did. You know me, I love doing my homework. I decided, let's go look at the past 15 ACC championships or champions. All right, so let's just do it like that. Since 2000 to 2024, Florida State has won 6, Clemson 8, Pittsburgh 1, Virginia Tech 1, Miami 2. So would that be top heavy?
And think about this. Aside from last year when they let SMU sorry asses in there, how many damn playoff teams how many ACC teams have gotten into the playoff? You got Clemson got in it like 6 times, 7 times.
Yep.
And then what? FSU, the very first one?
Yep. Hey.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Hey, here's the thing.
We're not.
But here's another thing I want to ask you guys and get y'all's opinion on this because it's been bugging me all week. What do you guys think about the Big 12 rejecting Memphis $200 million and everything, man, to join the conference?
Well, it sounds about right. They've been trying to freaking cut their own throat ever since they got
I mean, is everybody finally getting the idea that you gotta join pretty much a super conference, or you're gonna get left behind?
I have no idea what this dude is thinking, man. Seriously, he was talking about the 5'11". He's the one that was talking that 5'11" shit. When the only way the Big 12 is ever gonna get 2 playoff teams is if they'd have went to the 4-4-2-2 thing.
True.
I don't know what he's talking about. And now he's sitting there. You're gonna turn down Memphis when they are gonna give you $200 million, and I want to know who the hell approved that. Which conference president said, "No, we don't need it"? What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
I think it's one of the new ones because to turn down money like that, you are scared of getting left behind because that means that you're not good enough and that your team, you don't want so many more teams in there because now it's more of an open floodgate to where somebody else can come in there and take the championship. Just like last year, BYU came in there and just took it. Utah came in there and just took it. Arizona State came in there and just took it.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be held this year. Arizona State is. So what are we talking about? I mean, yes, I feel like Memphis should have been in there. I would have put Memphis in there before I would have put Houston in there.
Yeah.
But I know Houston is for the market. I know that's the reason why they got in. But I would have thought that Memphis would have got in there before Houston.
Right.
So, hey, it is what it is.
Well, no, I mean, Houston's got money behind it, though. I mean, and it's, there's fertile recruiting grounds around there. I mean, it's smart. Once Texas was no longer in the Big 12 to keep them out, they got in because they should have been in the Big 12 to start with, and Texas blocked them.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So, oh yeah, man, that's a big. From back in the Southwest Conference days, you realize that everybody can't stand the freaking Texas's ass except for Texas fans.
Yeah.
Like every school in Texas fucking hates UT.
Yeah. Well,
because they're always doing some shit.
Well,
bro.
Now here's a touchy subject that I know that Jason is going to really talk about, but I want to get with TP on this one. I got an email in today. Everybody's now is emailing me in with stats and all this stuff. And I love that because that means that you're doing your homework and you sending me stuff in. But someone had a comment and it was directly toward TP. Said, Coach, ask your panel this. Why is everybody hating on DeMarco Murray? He has brought in Javonte Barnes, Gavin Sawchuk, Dalen Smothers, Caleb Hicks, Taylor Tatum, Xavier Robertson, and Torrey Blaylock. We have probably between 1 and 10 of the best running back rooms in the country. Why is all the hate for DeMarco? Anybody want to?
I don't know why there's a lot of hate for DeMarco. I mean,
his rotation sucks.
Me personally, I don't have hate for him, but I don't know why. He is getting in talent. I say that. I'm not pleased with the one kid that runs into the back of the lineman and falls down for a yard. I'm not pleased with that, but
that's his favorite dude. That's his favorite guy.
That's his favorite guy too. Yeah, but he runs into the back of people and the back of his own lineman and then fall down after a yard. I mean, I'll say it again. How many times we got to hear Coach Venables say, we just got to run through the trash? I knew exactly who he was talking about. The dude that ran into the back of his offensive lineman and fell down. So.
Well, I mean, is it the rotation or is it just because is he still trying to live? I don't know if he's still trying to do the old Cale Gundy. Cale Gundy was kind of hard on his running backs, but things change. We have to evolve with the generation. You can't try to run and do the same things you did back in the early 2000s with these kids now. Yes, TP.
I don't believe the way it's set up now. Mm-hmm. You might mess up the rotation one game, and then from upstairs, it's going to call. I'm paying the cat a lot of money. He need to see some shine. Okay. I believe that'll happen.
Okay.
I believe that'll happen. So,
all right, Jason.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, it came from the top, right? People that got it. I mean, he wasn't on anybody's radar until now he got there. Come to find out, he's been pumping his ass since he was at the Senior Bowl. So, to me, I think it's pretty clear who they expect to be in the ball game and getting the lion's share of carries too, unless he's hurt.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping that he's going to change and everything, man, because you can't have a talent like Xavier Robertson and you leave him on the bench, and then. But some say that it was development. Some say that he wasn't ready. Some say that it was other things. But once he got his shine, he killed it.
Well, he looked ready to be. He looked ready to be against Bama.
He did. And here's the thing, though. If you think about what they were talking about, I heard from Teddy and Gabe, and they were saying that, he got pissed off whenever they kept bringing him out. He had become practice squad. He was just mashing on everybody, and it got to the point where he went, because he came in at 240 or something like that, but it wasn't a good 240. Then he drops back to like 225, and he's like turning to muscle now, and he's figuring it out. So then when they brought him up, which the thing was is DeMarco, you want to talk about rotations. DeMarco screwed it up to where he should have been still a red shirt anyways, because two of those games that he played, like the end of the Ole Miss game, he got two snaps. He didn't get carries. He got 2 snaps at the end of a bad game against Missouri and then a bad game against Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And they were nothing snaps. There was no reason for him to be in. And you just wasted a year of it.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know what happened.
That's why DeMarco is getting hate. Is right there, shit like that.
Yeah. Well, I want to know about Hicks. We heard about Hicks all off season, and it was like he was invisible. And I would have thought that you would have used him at least and everything. At least he's shown previous years that we can't say he don't have the physique, the weight, the reps. He has all that. So what was the reason why you didn't have him in?
Word on the street that they had a falling out. I don't know how true it is.
You had to fall out and let Tyree walk away and everything, and that was asinine.
That's what I'm saying is, so he's got it. He's one of those ones that he has to be accountable this year. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it.
Hey, we live in the world right now, man. Sometimes as a coach, you got to bite the bullet and say, you know what, that's my bad. At the end of the day, take ownership and say, that's my bad. And I'm thinking right now, man, what you said earlier, Bishop, in the green room and everything, man, is that Kevin Wilson and everything, man, is going to come in here and help a lot of these offensive coaches and everything, man, because I think a lot of people, you have a person, a great offensive mind. Don't get it twisted. Kevin Wilson, man, is one of the greatest offensive coordinators at OU. He had the greatest season in 2008, leading the nation in scoring. You got him in this group now with all these coaches. He's going to bring something that none of them has ever have, and that's wisdom. And you talk about 20 and 30 years of wisdom amongst all these great talent and coaches that we have. I just feel like Kevin Wilson's going to come in here, man, and make it easy on DeMarco, make it easy on Arbuckle, make it easy. I mean, even make it easy on Joe John. Because
he's in Joe John's ass, apparently.
Yes. He's definitely in Joe John's ass. Because he's a tight end coach.
In the middle of it.
Well, you crazy, man. Right in the middle of it.
Right in the middle of it. Stanky and all, man. He's right. Dude up that ass, apparently.
Okay. Well, moving on to better things and everything, man. Here's another thing, man, that I was wanting to ask you guys. We've been watching a lot of the videos of remakes, or I shouldn't say remakes and everything. We've been watching a lot of this SEC media response and reactions to certain things. I gotta take a shot at sorry as Missouri's coach. I call him Stankiewicz. He thinks that his squad is ready for a 10-2 season again, and that they're going to go and do all these great things. I want to know from the panel, do you guys see Missouri anywhere near 10-2?
No.
Hell no.
Even with that schedule they got?
No.
They still got to play Oklahoma. They still got to play. A&M beat the brakes off their ass last year. And they got to play Alabama too. Man, that's just three that we're talking about so far. Who else they got?
We owe them. We owe them, man.
Right? I'm going to beat the shit out of them when they come back.
TP, what you got, bud? I know you japping.
I don't know what their record's going to be. I just know who they're going to lose to. That's all I know. I can speak to the fact that they're going to lose in Norman. The rest of the games, again, I don't care about. I know you got to cover it. I know you do, but all I care about is hanging half 100 on their ass. That's all I care about. Hanging half 100 on their ass.
Well, here's okay. If they go, I mean, I just can't see them getting over 8 wins. I think last year was just they caught Oklahoma at a bad situation. I think Jackson Arnold cost us that game, but that's neither here nor there.
Leading with 2 minutes left and lost in regulation, bro. Come on.
Once Billy got that scoop and score, I knew it was over. But then they go right down the field and score. Right down the field. So I'm listening to a lot of media people today talk about Brent Venables' defense. I keep hearing that. I watched the OU luncheon that they had. Oklahoma defense. One media person out of Missouri said that Oklahoma is going to have the most prolific offense in the SEC. And he was like, it ain't even close. He said everybody's looking at just John Mateer. They're not looking at the pieces that are around him. So he projected if they could stay healthy, and he said it. What's the guy name? I'm gonna send you the link because I can't think of his name.
Well, I can't look at it right now. You're gonna have to read it or something because I can't look at it.
Okay. He was just saying that you can come back in a few months later and say that, well, I was wrong if Oklahoma does, shit in the bed. He said, but I have Oklahoma going 10-2. And he said they're losing to Texas and Alabama, which I don't think Texas they're going to lose to. But Alabama is the only one, man, that if it's a night game, it scares me. If it's a day game, I think it's a pick. So that's my thought on that.
Well, the truth of the matter is, the more I break down film, the more I look into it. We present so many problems on the way he runs his offense that they better make sure they have multiple defenses. Because no matter what you choose, you're going to choose wrong.
No. I just can't wait. I'm tired of hearing all the talk. I'm tired of hearing someday somebody's giving OU credit. The next day they're giving OU hate. The next day somebody's on the fence. I'm just ready for.
Look at that. What was it that Legend said yesterday? Of somebody on his channel that was talking shit about him being the worst quarterback in the SEC. Why? What the fuck?
Who?
He worse than Jackson Arnold?
Who? John Matera?
Yeah. It's like you got it. It's either Texas fans doing that shit, saying stupid shit like that, or then you got somebody kissing ass too much. It is. It's time to get it on the field and show it. But the thing is if you really think that Oklahoma's going to be bad at offense for like they were last year, then you just don't know how it is at Oklahoma. That's just dumb.
Someone said that. Yes, sir.
Certain stuff is just not even worth commenting on, especially when it's crazy stuff like that. All right, that's just straight craziness. I'm not even going to comment on that foolishness.
But I'm gonna tell y'all one thing.
Why would you?
Hey, fam, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. Let them keep doing it, because those receipts are getting thick, and they better hope they have everything they need to get the job done, because all those receipts come due. And boy, I want you to keep the same flavor you've been running.
Well, as the topic of the whole show is Oklahoma has to do these 4 things to be CFP bound. I have 4 things, but I would like to see and hear what you guys think. What would be 4 things you would want for Oklahoma, or Oklahoma has to do in order to make the CFP? We'll start with you, Jason, since you're driving.
4 things they need to do to make the CFP?
Yeah.
I think the first thing is that you want to see them continue progressing on the defensive side. So where you lost the leadership from last year, somebody's got to step in there and be that guy. I think they're there. I mean, I think Kip Lewis should assume that role as the linebacker, right? Even though he's not, and Kobe McKenzie, it's time for Kobe to step it up. Kobe's got to be that guy. But Kip has to keep doing what he's doing, and then you need RSJ and I think that they're expecting that from RSJ, to having him at SEC Media Days like that. He should be able to step into place for where Billy was that guy last year, right?
Yeah.
The defensive line, they just got to keep doing what they're doing. I think I think that you've done nothing but get better there. Coach Top was on one the other day when we were talking, and when we were doing the show on Friday, and like he brought them up like they weren't. He said something about them not being deep enough. I was like, bro, you are losing your mind on the D line. So to me, you just do what you need to do on that side of it. But it's simple to me. I think 4 things my ass. Just do 2. Play offense, run the football well. Number 1, run the football well. 2, get after the quarterbacks. You got a bunch of new quarterbacks. Get after their asses. Continue to force turnovers like you do. And then don't turn the ball over on offense, and keep the ball moving If you do those two things, you should make the playoff.
All right. TP?
I'm gonna co-sign that. I'm looking forward to punishing people with X. I'm looking forward to that. And Ott don't run soft. He got speed. He don't run soft. So X and Ott gonna be punishing people.
That's gonna give it to you.
Maybe Barnes also. Maybe Barnes also. I don't know. But you know,
Stop it with Javonte Barnes, for God's sakes. Jesus. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. I hope Javonte has a great year. I have a hard time believing that he's going to get as many carries and looks as he's been getting. I just can't. I don't know, man. I think that you get Torrey Blaylock in the game, I think you're going to have a hard time keeping him out.
If Blaylock get in the game and get a couple of runs, Coach gonna be making that racetrack sound a lot in the show.
Hey, Bishop, I'm gonna let you go before I do my 4. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, check it. Yeah, I'm a definitely co-sign. But the truth of the matter is it's going to start with our offense and defensive line. I want to stop the run 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage so that they know we're not playing no more. We'll start with Michigan. The offensive line been going against our D-line. So I want them to establish the run. Because if you can establish a run when you're on the road, that's a key point. Secondly, from those two, is just keep away from hurting your own self by making dumb penalties and stupid mistakes. And that should complete it.
Okay, so that's all yours?
Coach Ricks, don't you think it feels to me like what you got to do if you're the defense or you're the offense? I mean, we know, obviously, just be better than last year, but you have to take advantage of situations that your defense puts you in. And we just really didn't do that all last year. You know, they did a turnover, turn it right back over.
Yeah.
These are my 4. The number 1 on top of my list for Oklahoma to make it to the CFP, stay healthy. Stay healthy. If you stay healthy and everything, man, with the way that this team has progressed, this team trusts one another. Everyone talks about this defense. I think this defense is going to be special this year because as they get better and better as the year goes on, they're going to trust each other. And trust each other on the defense is the most important thing when you play defense. And Bishop, you know this. I can count on you to do your job. Do your job. That's all I'm asking you to do. Don't do anything special. Don't do anything out of uncharacteristic. Just do your job. That's it. That's 1. Number 2, let John Mateer be John Mateer. Don't hold him back. Let that man go out there and do what he's supposed to do. A lot of coaches try to come in there and be precedent, and they want to be showcased and be fancy. Damn all that. Feed that big ass back you got back there. Get that open, get that going. Let that linebackers come up, and now you play action they ass to death, and let's go to work. That's all that we got to do. Like Jason said, we were good last year, but we need to be better this year in doing and play calling. I don't want to hear, well, Ben Arbuckle needs a few games. Damn that. Come in there running. And that's why I like number 3. Stop thinking too much. Forget all the damn analytics. Put boots to asses, and let's go to work. That's it. I don't want to hear about analytics on 3rd down. It says do this. Stop that. We never had analytics back in the day, and they dominated. Stop trying to use stats and things like that to play football. Football is between the damn lines. I've never saw a computer hit somebody. I never saw a computer catch a pass. So why are we trying to sit here and give analytics a voice? Boots to ass. Boots to ass. That's all I like. And then the last one. Turn Ben Arbuckle and Kevin Wilson loose. I want 50 every damn game if I can get it. I don't care. Don't bring Michael Hawkins in and hand the ball off. Bring Michael Hawkins in, let his ass run the offense. If he can score 40, let him score 40. I'm tired of these coaches trying to be sympathetic. Well, I don't want to make him look bad. I don't want to be that kind of coach. Shit, it ain't your job to stop scoring.
Coach, you have to think, the tempo stuff. I think they need to learn to play. I mean, we're talking offense and things like that. And I agree with you, step on their neck and twist.
That's it.
Let's not back off of anything. But because you got to learn to play it at multiple tempos. I love tempo to, keep a defense off guard. But you also need to be able to play low tempo too. You know what I mean? You got to be able to say, hey, we give it to our bell cow guys and let them run this sucker. You know what I mean? And if they can't stop us, then we run into the end zone. But you know what? The main thing is to keep your defense fresh.
Yes.
You got to do it.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys a question, because I know that y'all are giving it to me truthfully. Would you rather have a 18-play drive and they ran the ball 80 yards, 65 yards and threw for 15 yards? Or would you rather have a 2-play bomb and they score?
Both.
No. I mean, you got to pick one.
I would like to see,
because I want to punish your ass.
Sustain a drive.
No. When you do an 18-play, Bishop, you take their heart. A 2-play could be a blown coverage or something like that. But when you go 18 plays and they can't stop it and they're trying everything, do you know how pissed off you could be as a coach? Knowing that you can't stop it? Okay, my bad.
Take up 10 minutes worth of time. That's the way to go right there.
Thank you. Now,
especially once you need to put points on the board early and get some breather room. But that's when you lean on them with your running game,
Yeah.
Facts.
TP?
Yeah, you break spirits.
Thank
with
you.
an 18-play drive, though. Imagine having to tackle X like 6 times or 8 times in a drive.
Yes.
Oh man, he's a clavicle buster, as coach would say. Coach Herman would say. He'd say you'll bust your clavicle up. You don't want that. You don't want any parts of that. And again, their spirit is totally broken if you go 18 plays on somebody. Jason, I thought, man, I didn't know you was really driving. I'm telling you, man, I thought that was a green screen, and you was
playing. Now he's really driving.
I told you I'm on the road headed to Florida. Come on, man.
But 18 plays, that is like suffocating. That means that when those guys get back on the field, see. 2 plays means that it could be a blown coverage or something like that. I want to pretty much rip your heart out and hold it in my hand and squeeze it. That's what 18 plays do, because now when you get back on the field, let's say you don't do 18, but you do 14 plays. If you do 14 plays and then you punt, you still did the same thing because the clock is still running. You can beat a team if they don't have the ball. If you get 14 points,
shortening the game, Coach.
Yes.
Shortening the game.
Yes. And I think Kevin Wilson is going to help BV do this. We got a dominant defense now. Let's get this game over with. Let's not try to be cute. Let's not try to go out here and do these razzle dazzles. Let's put boots to asses and score some points and let your defense go eat.
The only time you need to score fast is when you get a turnover. When you get a turnover, you got to go for their neck. Other than that, then you have to lean on them. You know what I mean? But take advantage of opportunities. When your defense gives you an opportunity in plus territory, pay it off.
Yeah.
You got to pay it off, and that's the one thing I know. And I mean. The only thing that I could go with is I didn't play at the level what we're talking about, but our school, we were an up-tempo and a spread-it-out team. But sometimes you have to make sure that you can speed the game up, and you take advantage of your opportunities that your defense gives you, and then you play keep away.
Hey, Believe and Be Saved today said his 4 thing is leadership, chemistry, health, and consistency.
Facts.
Everything that
Support
we,
us.
I love when everybody's on the same page, because out of what everybody said today, everything that we said are pretty much close. But Jason, I got two. There's two reasons why you score fast. One is, yes, after a turnover, and the other one is before you go into halftime, you got a 2-minute warning. You try to go down and score and score quick. So yes, you are absolutely correct.
You're behind and it's late in the game. You better score fast.
Yeah. Now, let's pivot a little bit, because one thing that nobody's talking about when it comes to Oklahoma, and I'm glad that I think Jay brought it up yesterday. No one's saying anything about special teams for Oklahoma. And I think that Oklahoma will have pretty much the kicker from UTSA. They might have one of the best kickers in the SEC. So
he was one of the best in the country last year.
I'm trying to get my nephew on. He's the coach down at UTSA. He's kind of butthurt that they lost, that he went to Oklahoma. He said of all places, he went to freaking Oklahoma. But he was saying that the young man Oklahoma got a great player. It's a great player, a great leader. He said the kid can kick 50 and 60 yards with ease. So I want to get him on here one day, man, to give us a feel for this young kid and everything. And when I get Malik on, I'll get you guys back on and we'll talk about that kicker. But I think special teams and everything, man, is going to be a real big deal, because I think they might have Torrey Blaylock back there. I'm hoping, because you need a kid back there, man, that's a game changer. I'm tired of game managers back there. I'm not saying anything bad about when we had Stoops back there and when we had some other guys back there. I hate it when you just fair catch the ball. Why put us?
I mean, Lincoln was allergic to kick returns.
Well, here's the thing. Why put a playmaker back there just to fair catch? If you're going to just fair catch, you put anybody back there. Because
you didn't even practice the shit. That's why.
Yeah. But I believe this is what Jimmy is saying. Jimmy said he believes David Stone will be the leader on defensive line.
Yes, sir.
I think he has something to prove. I think he has something to prove. Him and Nigel Smith, I think they have something to prove. And everything is that
Danny Okoye got something to prove too. Bro.
I think
I was just gonna say,
look,
Okoye, PJ.
I keep doing this, and
I know y'all tired of me. Dudes that are ready to eat, and they're ready to eat.
I know everybody get tired of me doing this, but I love doing it. When you mention guys like Marvin Jones, Dominique Williams, Jaden Jackson, R. Mason Thomas, Kip Lewis, Kobe McKenzie, Kendall Dobie, Eli Bowen, Peyton Bowen, Danny Okoye, David Stone. Shit, the list goes on and on and on. I don't think there's another team in the SEC. And like I said, we're not other affiliated. We're not affiliated with any other podcast for any SEC school. I think Oklahoma has the best and the deepest defensive line in the SEC. Just my opinion.
It ain't close.
Just my opinion.
It ain't just your opinion. Cole Cuba got the same opinion. So does our boy from Georgia. You know what I mean? That everybody, all these dudes are saying the same shit if they're paying attention. Unless they're Texas creators and they just think Oklahoma sucks. It don't matter. I'm telling you, man. There's a reason why the smart people are stepping up and saying what they're saying. David Pollock and guys like that. They know what the hell they're
on Oklahoma. You know? David Pollock is on Oklahoma hard.
Yeah, dude. Hey.
And what's the other guy, the quarterback that used to be for Alabama? McElroy. He is all on Oklahoma.
So is AJ McCarron, another Alabama quarterback. They've been talking about him on Siski and McCready and Siski. AJ McCarron's on there. He was saying the same thing the other day.
Isn't it funny? It's guys that know football know that Oklahoma's gonna be good. It's the ones that don't know football that think Oklahoma's gonna suck.
Casuals, baby.
So it just makes you realize, man, that a lot of people know what they're talking about. And this is why I love coming on here, man, and trying to give facts, trying to give stats and everything, man. But I don't know if people realize, man, that this stuff is not made up. And Jason, I don't know if you was on the show last week, but there was a stat that a person emailed in, and I wanted to read it to you.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I mean, let me find it. It's a person that emailed from my old alma mater in Conway, Arkansas. He gave me some stats, and I wanted you to hear it. Let me find it. Here it is, right. Okay, here it is, right here. All right. It says, "What's going on, Coach Ricks and Bishop and whoever is on the panel? My name is Eric Morgan, and I am a stats monitor at the University of Central Arkansas. Coach Ricks, yes, your old alma mater. I have a question, or should I say I have a stat for you guys that maybe no one is taking into consideration when they are picking Oklahoma to lose 6 or 7 games. This is what I had discovered, and this is what I discovered in my discovery for why I think Oklahoma will go 10-2. My findings are Alabama has lost a total of 11 defensive players to the transfer portal at the end of 2024. Auburn lost 8 defensive starters. Tennessee lost at least 7 defensive starters from the 2024, 4 cornerbacks, 2 safeties, 1 linebacker, and 1 defensive end. Ole Miss lost 5 defensive starters from their 2024 season. Combine that with the loss of 9 offensive players for Ole Miss. LSU lost a total of 5 defensive starters, 3 defensive tackles, 2 defensive backs. My point is, the 4 key Oklahoma starters that were lost to the draft or transferred, linebackers Danny Stutzman, Billy Bowman, Woody Washington, and defensive lineman Ethan Downs. Of those 4, 2 played full-time. Oklahoma has 9 starters returning on defense that have played a total of 9 games last season. That alone should signify that Oklahoma is the deepest in the SEC and maybe in the country. I just feel like people are not looking at the stats. They are looking at what they're being told. So
no, it's not looking deep enough. You're right. And think about this. They're number 10 in the country in returning production.
Yeah.
And on defense, defense is like number 5 or something like that.
Yeah. So we see that it's people that just don't know football. And this was a shocker to me because this is a kid that goes to school, and I don't know what his major is, but if he studies stats and logistics and things like that, to dig this up, I didn't even know this.
Analytics.
But for LSU, for Ole Miss to lose 9 on offense, we keep talking about them, they're going to be back. You can't lose 9 off offense and then 5 on defense, and you're going to be right back where you left off.
Hey, move that to Texas real quick.
True.
Move that to Texas real quick.
Yeah.
They lost 4 on the offensive line alone.
But they
lost a running back. There's 5.
Yeah.
They lost every receiver that was the starter last year.
Yeah. Well, they feel like they're Texas, so
and they're
special.
To just reload and go in. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. It's like you just teed it up for me right there for me to knock the shit out of it. Think about that. And nobody the only people that they don't talk about is fucking Texas whenever they start bringing that up.
They can't talk about Texas because there's nothing to talk about.
No, I'm saying when they start, you don't ever hear them. If Oklahoma have the same amount of losses on the team, on the defense, or on the offensive line, like last year they had a bunch of new offensive linemen, blah blah blah. Then they're talking about how shitty they're going to be. It's going to be 6-6, blah blah blah. All right, well, this year it's Texas, and they got them going number 1, winning the damn 90. What the fuck are we talking about?
Man, I don't. Go ahead, TP.
I'm agreeing with what Jason just said. It's like, if you lose that many players, you mean to tell me the backups was that good? But you couldn't. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't think about that. Yeah, that's
and they didn't go anywhere.
We're not talking about loyalty. We're talking about best. Who's the best player?
Yeah.
Who's the best player?
Wait a minute, TP. Did you say 11-1 too?
100% 11-1. I'm standing on that. 10
I'm
toes
standing
down.
on
Hey, man. I'm 10-2. I ain't on 11-1 bandwagon yet. I'm
I really wanted to say 12-0, but you probably would have never let me come on ever
Nah,
again if I said that.
you'd have been
So I'm
banned from the
stand
show.
on 11-1.
You'd have been banned from
You're
the
getting
show.
kicked out of Hall of Fame for damn sure, bro. You already knew.
I know. Y'all wouldn't have me on the show. Y'all wouldn't let me just straight blocked. So I'll stand on 11-1.
Hey,
no. In all seriousness, the more we keep looking at the picture, and you start looking around, and we didn't even speak of a lot of these institutions are starting new quarterbacks.
mm-hmm.
You add that to what we just heard. Come on, y'all.
All but two.
And I get it.
All but
Okay,
two.
Material hasn't done it here, but when you bring the OC, the quarterback coach,
But that's so much.
yes.
Bishop, and that's so lazy and weak to say that shit. If that's all you got about Oklahoma is that he hadn't done it in the SEC, that's all you got. Okay, cool, good. Way to go, Mr. Casual.
Meantime, in between time, historically speaking, OU has smacked the hell out of SEC teams. If you go look at the record,
nation in touchdowns last year, the entire country.
Look, man, they can sit there and say what they want to say. Everybody here knows that when you go and do practice and your statement is, I have to make sure I put the ball where it needs to be or it's going back the other way, that lets me know something. But that lets me know the quarterback that knows he has to be cautious about how he distributes the ball.
Coach
So,
Tricks,
yes.
what did those defensive players say about him at the SEC media days last week? Two leaders, what did they say?
Well, I don't know. I didn't really watch a lot of that. What they say?
Well, I mean, anybody to speak up. I mean, think about what they said. Both of them said this dude is a freaking dog. He come out there. He's got confidence, swag. He's ready to go at your throat. He talks a lot of mess. They're like, and they love him for it. Every one of them.
Yeah.
You know, every one of them. And like, they respect him. They respect him. It was funny because our Mason was like, I could be out there running off at the mouth and just, talking shit. That's all he didn't say was shit. But he was like, he's out there like getting it. And when we had Reggie Powers Pops on the show, and he was talking about that they knew during the spring that they got to step it up and ball out every day, that they can't make a mistake, or else he was going to throw it over the top of them. And then you end up losing your damn job. He was like, shit, we got to play right. And so it's causing, I mean, Bishop says all the time, iron sharpening iron, but that's really what this is. This is two prideful sides of the football, and they both don't want to lose. Not even a rep, much less a day.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You can go out there and
that only make you better. That only makes you better.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, Dwayne, if they do it right, you can run jet sweeps. It's just the way Levy was doing it. Look, if you're going to run a jet sweep, this is what jet sweeps do.
Gotta have a vertical element, man. Gotta have a vertical element.
If you run jet sweeps, your whole object of a jet sweep is to see what the middle linebacker and the outside linebacker is going to do. If they shift, then your play is in play. But if he shifts and you run that same option to that same side he just shifted to, that's a crazy ass play. My job is, and Arbuckle's great at it, because me and Bishop, we watched the tape. If he sends a guy in motion and that linebacker goes, we going the opposite way because it's mismatched numbers now. I don't still hand the damn ball off when the damn linebacker's already going that way. That's stupid as hell.
You take it out of his belly and go.
Thank you. So now you got a dog quarterback that had 800-something yards rushing. Now, you can sit here and tell me, that was against lesser competition. Okay, football is football. It just depends on how physical it's going to be.
He also didn't have the same kind of people around him either.
I didn't see him have a problem in Washington whoop Texas ass and everything. He did it to them. He did it to Washington, and it was the same people. Look,
and think about it. Think about it. You got better dudes around you. He didn't have SEC guys around him either to help him get that shit either. SEC offensive line. He wasn't. You know, come on. They talk about the defenses he wasn't going against, but they're also not talking about he didn't have the same kind of offense. He had one dude that was like all that. You know what I mean? That receiver, he could have played anywhere. The rest of those guys were pretty good for where they were. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
well, hey, I love what Arbuckle said. Arbuckle said he's never had a practice and he went 3 and out. I love hearing that. Because if you never went 3 and out in practice where you was at Washington State, but now you going 3 and out sometimes, that means the defense is pretty damn good. But I think
the main thing is, like we've been saying, you want him to be who he is, and don't take unnecessary hits, and don't turn the fucking ball over. Just do that. We don't need him to win the Heisman, man.
No,
he may end up doing it, but we don't need him to win the Heisman.
Look, TP, Bishop, and Jason. Here's all in one little lump sum. This is what it is. If I know I have to go out there and ball out, if I got to go out there and ball out, hold on, I'm going to let y'all see this. Hold on. If I got to go out there and ball out and I got a defense behind me, it makes my job a little bit more easier. And you're going up against the best defensive line in the SEC. I don't give a damn about Jim playing Texas, Jim playing LSU, playing Alabama and all that. You have the best defensive line stat-wise or what everybody else is saying. You have the best defensive line that you practice against every single day.
Pump that shit into my veins. Keep
if
on.
You bust their ass, you gonna bust everybody's ass because everybody ain't got what Oklahoma got. And I think that's why everybody is so scared that if this train gets to going, there ain't no slowing down. And it's scary.
What I said to Bogey the other day, Bishop, what I said to Bogey the other day. I said the same shit, the exact same thing. I said, man, you know what? They're doing this because they don't want the Oklahoma that was early 2000s. You know, they don't want that monster running through the SEC. So they're doing everything they can to slow it down. They're letting Texas go do play the weak half because we know that if they get to the SEC championship, we're gonna get them. But they don't want that. And then Kirby Smart, he don't want that shit. BK, he don't want that shit. And neither does Bama. They do not want Oklahoma to turn into that Clemson team from 10 years ago.
Dude, that's scary, man. That's that. Look, even Clemson didn't have what Oklahoma has right now in all these names.
Yeah,
they did. They were nasty, bro.
But no,
you're right.
They had some dogs. They had some dogs. But I'm saying Oklahoma has about 16 names on here that are dogs that you can put anywhere in any university and they make a statement.
Too. Yeah, it's even deeper than that, I think.
And we're not even talking about the starters. We're talking about the young cats that's trying to get their ass on the field and let their names be known. So, TP, I'm going to ask you a question because you know me and you, we like to go back and forth and debate here and there. I got a question for you. Do you think that Arbuckle is going to try to come in there and be complacent, or is he going to try to come in there and prove a point?
Man, Arbuckle got that old school dog in it where you remember they were saying how he'd like to talk smack. R. Mason Thomas said that.
Yeah.
The offensive coordinator. And he gonna try and score 50 on everybody. I don't see
that.
no. Sir?
You need that, don't you? You need that, right?
100%.
If you're a young kid and your coach is over there hippity hopping and dancing around with you and everything and telling you, after you score, if you want to do flips, if you want to do whatever, you do that. Kids, they gravitate to that. I got a coach over here. Think about it. Arbuckle is 29, 30. So you're 8, 9 years older than me. Oh yeah, man, we can do this. And it
Exactly.
also fits Venables. And what did he say? He wants to let those kids be themselves.
Yes,
and
be
do
themselves.
what they do.
Yeah. He said last year the kids were not themselves. He said the kids were more like robots. They wasn't really, he said a lot of kids' potentials didn't show last year because the offense was stagnant. And let's be honest, if I'm an offensive wide receiver and I'm not getting the ball thrown to me, am I really going to go run a hard route? Am I really going to go out there and do? I mean, I hate to say it, but it showed last year. The offense this was the worst offensive performance that Oklahoma's ever done since the John Blake era.
Coach, he never, when I was talking about, when I wrote that column about it too, about the Ole Miss game, and it was more about it wasn't just that Coach V didn't go for it on fourth down and he called the timeout. That I talk about that, right? Mm-hmm. But what I also said was he missed an opportunity to show that offense that he believed in. And I understand not really believing in them because they were shitty. But
yeah.
But you had that's an opportunity in that moment to say, I trust you.
Yeah.
And I know as a coach, you've had to have that moment where you've been struggling, but what do you got to lose? And you got to show them that you believe in them. That what the work you're doing every day, you believe that it's going to make them better at some point, right? Otherwise, what are we doing here?
Be right back.
Okay. No, Jason,
it's like,
you're right.
What are we doing here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, to me, it's like, I believe that's what you get from this guy. You're getting energy from him, right? You're going to get that energy and get that belief that that you have the ability that, we think about this. I know my offensive coach was always like, we got to progress from week to week. We shouldn't be the same offense in week 6 as we were in week 2. We got to be better at things. We may come out and be really good at running the ball in week 2. We may be kind of half-assed at throwing it. But by week 6, we better be a level up.
Oh, yeah.
From that, and where we weren't doing good. And it's just, we're taking baby steps, man. It's goals. Tell me what you did as an offensive coordinator. Weren't you like that?
I was the kind of quarterback, OC, that I had to do something, man, to shoot something in their veins and everything to shock them. You don't want to get too complacent as a coach to where you're like, oh, well, he's just going to punt it. Or, oh, well, we're just going to do this. Oh, well, you're going to do that. I'm a kind of coach and everything, man, to where I like to be shocked. I want to be surprised. I want to be the one that like, Coach, you didn't see that shit coming, did you? Yeah, I do that. And I got one, for instance, 4th and 14. It was a terrible call, but we got the first down. I did a fake punt. And it was something that I would have never done. Now, don't get me wrong, we were up, but it could have really backfired on me. But when I did that, it rejuvenated the players, the fans, and everything got into it. We marched right down there and scored. So sometimes you got to do something, man, to inject that positivity in your team to say, hey, let's do this. I trust that you guys can get me, because I always ask my guys, we need 2 yards. Can you get it for me? Hell yeah, coach, let's go. And if we get it, that's just trust. I don't want to be one of the coaches be like, no, just punt it. And now everybody's like, well, why don't we try to go for it? They don't expect it. So yes, Jason, you are absolutely right. And I think Kevin Wilson, again, is going to be that one. Dude, look, I'm excited, man, because to have 2 great offensive minds in the same room, that's crazy.
I think we have to. I think it's a balance, though, right? And Kevin has to know when to not say anything. And I think he does. I think he does. But I hope that he's not. You you don't want, if you're BV, you want to make sure that you're kind of keeping him reined in a little bit, right? Like we need you to keep this kid confident. You know what I mean? Because Eagles definitely are a mug when it comes to coaches, man. Eagles are something. You know?
Well, Jason, when you're an old coach like Kevin Wilson, I'm sorry, Bishop. When you're an old coach like Kevin Wilson, and you didn't think that you would get a high-profile job like this again, sometimes, man, you get happy and excited all over again.
Comfort zone, man. This is his comfort zone, right?
Yeah, but you got a young dog here, and I think sometimes, man, we have to step back and let the young guy do his job and just be a person to
let him be. I want him to be a sounding board for him. To just make sure that what you tell Arbuckle is not what to do. It's like, hey,
do it. Yeah, do it. Do that shit. Do it. If you feel like it can work, do it.
Yeah, get after it. Yeah, hey, you want somebody to co-sign what you're doing? Holler at me. I'm in. You know what I mean? I love to see shit like this. I want to see it.
I tell my OCs, don't run shit in practice. You're not gonna do it in the ball game. Don't do shit in practice, and if we're not gonna do it in the ball game, that's one thing that I've always stressed. So I think Kevin needs to be that kind of like, hey, if we ran this shit again in practice and they know it, run it. Like that trick play, I hate to say his name, but that damn trick play that Lincoln Riley did against Iowa State and hit Flowers down the sideline wide open, no one saw that shit coming.
Facts.
But you got to do stuff like that, man. And Arbuckle has.
He was such a badass too.
But here's the thing: you got Ott that can catch the ball out of the backfield like a receiver.
Jaron Cannon could find himself wide open like that too.
Dude, hey, look, I'm glad you brought his name up. Don't you know that what's the guy from Clemson? Oh, I think I want to say Chris. Chris has a podcast, Chris at ClemsonTigers.com, something crap. He was the one that tried that when Kanik left, said that he should never play defense. He should have been on the offensive side. But now that Kanik's as a tight end, he said on the podcast in Clemson, he was like, he's going to be a secret weapon that nobody's counting on because they think he's just a big old boy. He can run. He can run, and he's very deceptive. He has very deceptive speed that you might think he's not moving, but he's moving. So, hey, look, we got weapons everywhere, man. But I just feel like we just got to put it together.
Have you ever seen a high school film like that?
Hell no.
Have you
ever ran between 9 guys and kept on running?
That many 50+ yard touchdowns?
No, man.
Bro, I've never seen so many 50-yard touchdowns in my life. As that film.
You know who comes close?
It's insane. And I know it's high school. I know it's Kansas high school. It's still 50-yard touchdown after 50-yard touchdown, bro.
There's one kid, Jason, on this roster that has a highlight film like Kanik. And I'm going to say his name, and I say his name proud. That damn James Nestor. That damn James Nestor's a bad white boy, I'm telling you. That's a bad white boy.
I think you're right.
Hey, when he was down here in Charlotte.
Hey, Andy Bass was like that too, bro.
Hey, look, Jason, I told the story, man, when I went to go see him, James Nestor, and he looked like Shaggy. I was like, oh, man, white boy ain't gonna do nothing. I hate the angle. I'm just gonna say it. White boy ain't gonna do nothing. He caught that slant. And the little black kid had the angle, and all you heard was, I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit. Okay, this is what we're talking about. Hey,
you not just make that damn race car.
Hey, I'm just saying. I as a coach, when you go watch other teams play, I'm a fan. Not only am I a coach, I'm a fan of football. I love things that excite me. James Nestor is going to be a problem because I'm gonna just keep it real. You know, we live in a world right now, man, where everybody thinks, you know, it is what it is. When you have a black wide receiver, and to be honest, how many white cornerbacks do you know that's playing in college? Be realistic.
I don't, except for the one that at Iowa that ended up with the Eagles. What's his name? That was badass last year.
Yes, but
He's
the
the first one to
perception,
do that shit in a long ass time.
yes, and it bothers me because the perception is a white kid cannot run with a black kid, and that's a bad perception because it's not about that. If you put the work in and you get out there and you do the same damn things, ladder drills, nutrition, run, shuttle, you're going to do the same thing as that black kid did. And that's just, I'm just going to keep it real. So when James Nestor came out here, man, he shocked the crap out of me. That's bad. I'm just going to say it's bad white boy. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah. White Lightning is ready to take the field, and he can hit. Ooh.
Yes. So, but I'm sorry to get off the track and everything, man. But like I said, I just love what this roster and what this team is going to bring this year. And a lot of people are not giving us credit, and when they don't give us credit, it bothers me because I always ask the question: what are you looking at? What do you see that I don't see?
What, you know, the thing about it is, let's be honest. Everybody wants us to be the next Nebraska, but they know the truth of the matter is what they see and what we're bringing back. They know good and well that ain't even no deal. But they're just trying to, you know, they're trying to spread a haterade. But it's all good.
Well,
All receipts are coming due.
It really ain't haterade, Bishop, when you look at it, because this is what it is. It's all about stats. If we're saying football is about stats, if we're not if we're going off, if we're giving Texas and everybody all this love, how are they basing how good Texas is going to be? They got to go off last year's stats. They got to go off something. You can't just make it up and say, okay, it's going to stick. What are they going off of? What are they looking at Oklahoma and not seeing?
Yeah. Well, you know, hey, all I know is what? Here real soon we'll be at practice, and then we can finally put it to bed.
Hey, I'm excited. Let me get these. We got some emails. Let me start knocking these out while Jason and everybody's gone right quick. We'll jump in. I think Jason had to go somewhere, I think, but he has the link. Anyway, here's the first email. What's going on, Coach Ricks and Bishop? This is Joy Malone. Jay Malone. I am from Forney, Texas. Coach, I don't know if you remember me, but you were giving my nephews lessons when you were here visiting your niece. I just wanted to touch base to let you know that they are the starting linebackers at middle. They are starting at middle linebacker and weak linebacker for the 8th grade football team. Jonah is middle linebacker and Corey is weak linebacker. Their coach wanted to know what took place in a matter of a summer. I don't want to let them know that they had outside coaching, but I just wanted to say thank you for everything that you've done. It literally means a lot to me. It has brought my boys and me closer, and I just wanted to reach out to say thank you. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up, Jay. Hey, man, I remember that. I remember that kid. Hey, look, he got 2 good kids, man. All it was they had, and I told Jay, you can't have dad in one ear and coach in the other ear. And because now the kid don't know, and dad used to be a coach. Dad used to coach him. So I told Jay, I said, you need to remove yourself. If you're going to let somebody else coach your kids, you have to remove yourself. You can't. Now, I would always ask the coach, what do you want me to work on with my girls?
Right.
What do you want me to do? Because I want to take your lead. I've done it at my level, but they're playing for you. They're not playing for me. So I need to know, what do you want? And I think that's what Jay needed to hear, is that, hey, it's okay to let somebody else coach your boys.
Right.
You know, so Hey, man, I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm glad to hear that, Jay, man. Hey, middle linebacker and weak linebacker. Hey, that's some pretty good kids too, man. Good, grounded, good kids, man. Yes, sir. No, sir. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I mean, I love kids like that. I mean, he came up to me, shook my hand, real firm, looked me in the eye. You know, I
Yeah.
like stuff like that, man, for little kids, man. That's special, man. I appreciate that. All right. The next one. What's going on, Bishop and Coach? This is Chris Miller, and I am from Rock Hill, South Carolina. I wanted to reach out to you guys to say the show is getting better and better. I remember when you guys first started, Coach, the show was a little bit one-sided. Now you are opening up different avenues and bringing in different content and different guests. My question for you guys is the SEC media has no idea what typhoon they are about to. The SEC media and players, and it just says, my question for you is this guy, for you guys, is the SEC media. Why would he say SEC media? The SEC has no idea what typhoon they're about to get in. I think a lot of people really want Oklahoma to do well, but I think a lot of people don't want Oklahoma to do well, if that makes sense. But I have Oklahoma going 10-2. I have them losing to Texas, and I have them losing to Alabama. Why is everybody picking Texas and Alabama? Thank you guys for all you do. Continued success. Boomer Sooner. Why is everybody picking Texas and Alabama?
Mhm.
Damn, that bothers me. Those Clemson teams were loaded. Yes, Jimmy, they were loaded, man, but I'm from here, man. They wasn't as loaded as Oklahoma is right now. They probably had about 8 or 9 key guys around, and then they had guys that what Brent Venables did was this. I was there. My brother-in-law was on the staff. What they would do is they would have out of 11-man roster, they would put 6 key players out there, game changers, 6, and then they plug 5 in between those, so you would never know that there were 5 guys in there that didn't really know what they were doing, because those 6 were so dominant and so athletic and did everything. So I think what happened was people start to think that Oklahoma is just going to be the new Clemson. I don't want to be the new Clemson. I want to be the new Oklahoma. Be the new Oklahoma. That's all I want.
Yeah.
TP, you good?
All good. All good.
All right. Hey, question is this. Somebody wrote in and said that my question for you guys, the SEC media has no idea what typhoon they are about to embark on. I think a lot of people really want Oklahoma to do well, but there are some that don't want Oklahoma to do well in the same sense. But I have Oklahoma going 10-2. I have them losing to Texas, and I have them losing to Alabama. Everybody's picking Texas and Alabama for some reason. So, your thoughts?
Texas is Texas, and that's going to be a rivalry no matter what the record is of either squad, right?
Yeah.
It's just some high school kids that might have rocked before back in the day that want to get after each other one more time.
Yeah.
That's what that is. And Texas is going to lose to Oklahoma this year. That's just that simple. That Alabama game, I think the disrespect of putting us as homecoming might come back to bite them in the ass. Even though I picked them as the possible loss, I did pick that. But it's
I forgot about that.
You can't, right? Yeah, I got my coworker. I tell him all the time, man, how y'all pick Oklahoma as your homecoming game? Y'all supposed to pick Mercer or something like that. Y'all ain't supposed to pick us. He said, yeah. So that's that in itself is enough to hype a player up. Yeah. We the homecoming kings. You understand?
Yeah. How dare you make me your puppet? Okay.
How dare you? Yes, sir.
I'm gonna do that Denzel. I'll be do that Denzel. Okay. All right. We're gonna go out here and handle this business. But I think, man, this defense. Somebody said it in the comments. BB does sound different. talking about this defense. He does
Yeah,
sound
he
different.
does.
And I don't think he's nervous no more. I think he really believes and he really feels this defense has heard enough. They've heard enough about 6 and 7. They look at what they did last year, guys. If we would have had just a basic offense, and not even basic, if Jackson Arnold didn't turn the ball over 12 times, maybe turn the ball over 8 times, we win 2 or 3 more games. I mean, you can't give the ball to any team, let alone a great team, because they'll make you pay for it. I just think that Oklahoma, man, is going to be on a little momentum leading up to that Texas game. I think they got they got a few games circled. I think they got Texas circled, they got Missouri circled, and I believe they got Alabama circled. I think what you just said, TP, about the disrespect of a homecoming game. That is disrespect, because damn, you want to get somebody like Mercer or Sister Mary the Blind. You don't get Oklahoma.
Jacksonville State.
Jacksonville,
That's all right. Hey,
Jacksonville, Chattanooga. you go get a team that you can mollywop.
Right. I meant that I think there's a Jacksonville State right there in Alabama, I believe.
Yes.
yeah, it is. It is.
Yes. So, look, guys, I'm like you, Bishop. A few more weeks, camp starts. I can't wait, because I think the guys are tired of hitting each other. They're tired of tackling each other. They're tired of doing all these things. I always told guys doing summer workout, some of these plays ain't gonna work against our defense because we see them every single day. But these plays are going to work against other teams who don't know. And I think that they're in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Jason, have you seen the Buckies yet?
Not yet, man, but that conversation was so hot, man, it heated up my damn face.
Hey,
Jason. Hey, Jason.
Yo,
Watch out for them lot lizards now.
man, I don't be hanging around those places. Bro. I'm a good boy. What you mean?
I've been holding all show. I've been holding on to that all show.
I don't frequent those establishments, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Seth says, I think that the addition of Kevin Wilson is flying way under the radar. One of the best OCs to ever do it and knows how to run the ball. I think that he's definitely going to help DeMarco.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's going to help
Big
DeMarco.
salute, Seth.
I think he's going to help DeMarco. And I think DeMarco is a person that will listen to Kevin, because Kevin used to be his OC. And sometimes, but there again, Jason and guys, you have to be open for someone to voice their opinion, and you not take it as a insult or take it bad.
I think it's a delicate situation, right? It's one of those things where you gotta keep in mind that he's young and he's trying to prove himself. So you gotta kind of let him do his thing, but find a way to get those words of wisdom to him without it looking like you're trying to overstep. You know what I mean?
Right.
Coaches got, hey man, those.
We have egos. Jason, I think he froze again. He's on the road. There you are. Say it again, Jason. You froze.
I was just saying, it's kind of delicate because coaches got egos.
Oh yeah. We're sensitive. I mean, but here's the thing. When I first got started, I wasn't arrogant. I had an older gentleman tell me the best advice I can ever give you is keep an open mind. Everybody has an opinion. Never get too cocky. Always be open for criticism. If you can give criticism, you better be able to take it. And I think that was the best advice I ever got from anybody is that don't criticize nobody if you're not willing to be criticized. So I'm just waiting, man. Like I said, I think when we start doing these shows, when the season starts, man, we're gonna be sitting back here laughing while everybody's trying to figure out what the hell is going on in Norman.
I'm so excited, Coach. I'm so excited. I mean, you already know. I'm coming to the Michigan game. You already know that. I'm coming from Jersey. Down, got to swing down through Georgia, and then driving from Georgia to Norman. I'm driving, and we gonna go to the Michigan game. I got so excited today. I bought tickets for the Temple game. That's only like 70 miles away, so I'm going to the Temple game. So I'm going to back-to-back games.
I'm going to Temple.
Go ahead.
I'll be in Temple. I'll be at Dallas. I'll be at the South Carolina game, and I'll be at the Tennessee game.
Are you coming to Philly? You are coming up.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
I'm 8 hours away.
I'm up.
I'm 8 hours away.
I'm emailing you my seats. When I bought the seats, I didn't know which side of the stadium I was going to be on. Whether I'm being Oklahoma bench.
It don't matter. It don't matter. I'm gonna wear my big old. Hey, I got me a new.
At the link.
I'm sorry.
Say what, Jason?
Are they playing at the link? At Lincoln Financial Field or what?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It don't matter, Jason. I'm gonna wear my big boy OU hat, the kind that's like a sombrero and everything. It's like a 25-gallon hat. I'm gonna have it, and hey, every time they score, I got a little buzzer on it. It flashes red. I'm gonna be wearing that hat all day, galloping on the field.
As hell. Look at you.
Hey, I know you're gonna be caught on the camera.
Messy as hell. Look at him.
I'm gonna be yawning. Yes, sir. So hey, I'm excited, man.
Philly fans they don't like that shit. If it was
gotta run. Hopefully I can make it back. Gotta run.
Okay. It's a home and brotherly love, man. They'll be all right.
Hey, that'll be all right.
They'll be all right.
Hey, that's like that brotherly love bullshit is like a joke. You do know that, right?
Yeah.
Philly ain't that's bullshit. All the time they're doing that for like irony. Brotherly love my ass.
Seth says we beat
they
Tennessee.
Santa Claus, bro. They booed Santa Claus.
I know, dude. That was terrible, man. That was terrible.
I went to an Eagles game against the Broncos one time out there, and this dumbass decided to get married at an Eagles game during the regular season. The woman hit the damn jumbotron and got booed from start to finish. She was crying, but she wasn't crying tears of joy. That shit was fucked up. I bet you they didn't even make it out of the stadium before they annulled that thing.
Why would you get married at a football game?
He's a dumbass. He's a dumbass. That's all there is to it. There's some people who are just dumb. That's one of them.
Well, Seth, I hope he has his hands, but I want him to be assisting Arbuckle. I don't think it's gonna be that. I think we are overlooking a lot of this stuff and everything, man. Is that these guys love each other? They get along so well. I don't think there's no animosity. I don't think there's no bad blood. I just think that Arbuckle wants to come in and do a great job. I guarantee you, he's asking Kevin Wilson for his help. I guarantee you, what do you think about this play? What do you think about this? But
I would hope that he's doing that. I would hope that he's doing that for sure.
Well, if I'm a good OC and I got another head coach that used to be an OC on my team, I'm gonna pick his brain. I would have watched his. I'm pretty sure he's watched some of Kevin Wilson's footage and said, "Okay, I like that scheme. What can we do to introduce this scheme to my scheme and make a play out of it?" I'm pretty sure that they're going to do that.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go, Steph. There you go. Yes.
Yeah, Steph. Yeah. Hey, big salute. Steph is an OG. But yeah, I think what Wilson does is allow everybody that's on that offense to marry into Arbuckle system, to clue our tight ends and Beaton Bowl and Jones and everybody to where everything is as one, and let Arbuckle cook. you know, and giving him insights and whatnot, his thoughts, but allowing Arbuckle to develop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, why wouldn't you? You hired him to come in here and fix the offense. Why would you not let him cook? That's my only fear. And it ain't a fear. We've watched all the videos at Washington State and all this, and they keep saying, well, they lost to Wyoming. They lost. Ben Arbuckle has not had the type of talent that he has right now at his disposal, even the offensive line. And if you think that offensive line is not going to be nasty this year, you think that Bill Beanbo got worse than last year? Look, pride is something that most coaches we gravitate to it. I'm very prideful when it comes to certain things. If I'm a good OC, I'm prideful about being an OC. If I'm Bill Beanbo and I'm a head offensive line coach, I'm prideful about my offensive line. We're going to come out here. We heard it all last year. The offensive line was the problem. We heard it all last year. The offensive line was the problem. I guarantee you this year it will not be the problem. That offensive line is going to be nasty as hell. So we can sit here and make suggestions of what it might be, but I don't think it's going to be bad at all. I think they're going to be ready to accept the challenge, because what dominant defense are they going to go up against? Oh, I'm sorry, their own.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, I would like to say this. I noticed at that luncheon, BV is smooth like a cucumber, bro. He's like, it's
really
almost
is.
like he senses what's about to come and that we're prepared for it. And man, I haven't seen them be like that since Clemson when they was doing that national natty run. So that's great to see.
Yeah. Well, hey, hey, Bishop, hold on right quick. I gotta use the bathroom. Hold on.
Go ahead. But yeah, the truth of the matter is, we all know that the talking season is about to end, and that they're gonna put the work in on the field. But more than anything, the more we start getting clues and the different things that have been shared tonight and other people have shared throughout the season, you start realizing we're in an awesome place. And last year was very, very challenging, but it was necessary to be ready for this moment, because now is no ifs, ands, or buts. There's a fire in our furnace, and that no excuses are going to be allowed. Got to get it done.
Do you notice how Mateer kept on bringing up the defense and how he didn't want to have to play against them? He's glad he doesn't have to play against them every week.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. Nature called.
You're good.
All right. Hey, man, look, I got the grandbaby over here, man. We just put her a brand new swing up, and she's outside, and she's like, Paw, you need to come on. So I got 10 more minutes, and then I got to go take Paw duty.
You better take care of that little girl. Paw.
Man, look, let me tell you what happened last night. Off subject. Scared the crap out of her. Okay. We went out to this burrito place yesterday. It's called Cantina Louie, a Mexican restaurant over in South Park. We leave. I get surrounded by 9 police cars last night. 9 police cars. First they were behind my wife. Hold on, Jason. Hold on. I was behind. I left the restaurant, got on the bypass, was going home. They were behind my wife at first. I was like, oh shit, what'd she do? Well, she pulled over. They zoomed by her, got behind me, and they got behind me, like one on the left side, one on the right side, one zoomed in the front, one's in the back, and they're forcing me to stop. They're forcing me to stop. And then 4 more come. So I pull over and everything, and my grandbaby's in the back seat. She's nervous. She's paranoid. She's like, Paw, what's going on? Come to find out, some guy abducted a child at the right across the street from where we ate in the same type of Tahoe, white Tahoe as mine. So I pulled over. They're looking all in the back seat, trying to send me roll the window down, looking in my car. I was like, hey, what's going on? He was like, did you just leave Hobby Lobby? I said, no, I didn't leave Hobby Lobby. I just left the restaurant, Cantina Louis. He was like, you sure you didn't leave Hobby Lobby? I said, sir, what are you talking about? He was like, please don't get belligerent. I just need for you to answer the questions. I said, you can't just come up on me and ask me questions, and then I'm supposed to just be very forthcoming. You don't tell me what's going on. He said, well, some guy abducted a kid from Hobby Lobby, pushed the mom down and took the kid. Once I heard that, I was like, oh, okay, do your thing. Because if that was my grandbaby and my daughter, I'm coming for somebody. I said, do your thing. So he asked me all these questions. I showed him my receipt, did all that. They still didn't believe me. My wife had to go on her phone and show her pictures of me and my grandbaby together for them to believe me. Scared the shit out of my grandbaby though. And my wife was like, baby, you wasn't scared? I said, no, because I didn't do shit. She's like, well, a lot of people get hurt.
My grandbaby, why would I be?
You know, and so they were asking her a question like, hey, who is he? She like, that's my pawpaw. And she was like, well, what's your pawpaw name? And she was like, huh? She said, his name's Pawpaw. And I said, she don't know my real name. She always called me Pawpaw. So that was the craziest shit, man, I've seen in my life, man. But come to find out, they caught the guy later. All right, guys, I got to get off here. My wife just sent me a text message, and you know I'm not going to be on the couch.
Okay.
But I'm going to say this.
You better handle that, bro.
You're in line.
I'm going to say this in closing. I love you guys, man, for coming on, man. Y'all make this show so much fun, man. You guys are keeping this show going. We are up now, Bishop, man, to 375 subscribers, man. We're moving on up. We're going to get there sooner or later, man. But please go.
Love you guys.
If you haven't already, please go support my boy, Jason Walker's, man, Hall of Fame, man, media. Please go over there and support him, man. He's always doing something. I think he's going on vacation now. I don't think he's gonna be on for a while.
No, you at now? Vacation. It's a working vacation.
Yeah.
I'm still in West Texas right now, but I'm headed out.
Hey,
Right.
I appreciate you, Seth, for coming on in. I know you do softball, so that's an honor to have you in here. And all we want to do is make sure we make y'all proud, man.
Yes. Hey, Seth. Hey, be sure and make Seth. Send me your email, Seth. We're gonna have to get it back on here, man. And do some softball stuff, man. I love doing that as well. We're gonna look at some NIL stuff and some bad OC. We're gonna get on all that. But until then, man, you guys have a good one, man. I'm gonna get off here and go play with the grandbaby. Bishop, as always, thank you, man, for jumping into the show, man. Keeping it going.
Always,
TP,
bro.
I know you might not be back in time, but thank you for jumping on as well. And Jason, man, you know how I feel about you, big dog, man. Drive safe, be safe. And I'll see you guys when y'all get back.
Fellas.
All right, man. Until then, horns down. You guys have a wonderful night. Bishop, we'll be back on here, man, Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll try to pick this back up, man, and have some more emails to be read. Until then, you guys have a wonderful night. Coach Rick's out, man. Blessings.
I'm just getting money. I'm just getting